Peace, back again. This particular video I want to talk about something that is really been grinding my gears for a while. People who get spiritual work done from people who don't do spiritual readings. Do you know how many times a person has come to me and gotten a reading from me to see if they needed spiritual work done, and they didn't need spiritual work done, and I didn't try to sell them spiritual work even though they didn't? So many times over the years, I can't even count. For that reason and that reason alone, you should never go and pay for no spiritual work from a person, spiritual worker, root worker, palero, boko, santero, babalawo, any of them people. Well, first of all, a palero, a santero, a babalawo, I know for a fact they not going to go into no spiritual work without consulting with either Nkisi, Orisha, or Ifa. They not going to do it. It's not a part of the way we do shit. You know what I'm saying? But anybody else out here claiming to do spiritual work and they don't do spiritual readings is just hustling. You know what I mean? They gotta be. They gotta be. They're not even spiritually involved in the work. Think about it. For a spiritual worker to be spiritually involved in the work, then he needs to put his spiritual eye on the work, on what it is that he's about to employ, what it is that he or she is about to initiate into action. Right? Makes fucking perfect sense to me. Why would you go to a doctor, let a doctor give you some medicine, and that nigga ain't even tell you that he know what's wrong with you yet? He ain't even ran no tests. He ain't did no diagnosis. He just listened to what your problem was. Oh, so you got a pain in your back? Okay, well shit, let me go over here and get you some back pills. Here, just take those, you'll be straight. Really? Next thing you know, all kind of side effects and shit start happening. You like, damn, doc, I can't breathe. My right side of my neck swelling up and all that. Oh, see? But that's what happens, you know? That's what happens when you come to a doctor like me. You know what I'm saying? You take the medicine, shit, you might get fucked up, but I guarantee you your back won't stop hurting. That don't even make sense. These type of people don't even need to be calling themselves spiritualists. These type of people do not even be needing to use the word spirit in nothing that they fucking do. Real talk. How you gonna call yourself a spiritualist but you refuse to communicate with spirit? And this, I'm not targeting nobody, but this is shit that I have been seeing propagated around the internet lately. People trying to make it seem like getting a spiritual reading is a part of some fucking scam. Is a part of some motherfucking scam. Divination is a part of the spiritual process of any shamanic practice. To know what it is that you're getting into. And only a responsible spiritualist would do that. Only a responsible spiritualist would do a spiritual reading into the situation by communicating through divination to whatever form of spiritual power that that person is employing. Usually people who refuse to do spiritual readings are people who cannot read. They ain't spiritual. I know a lot of paleros. They can tell me 100 different ways to do a trabajo. But the dead don't talk to them. The dead don't show them shit. They can wrap a motherfucker up now. They can put a motherfucker in the pot and that motherfucker be good and fucked up. But they ain't got the gifts. Just because you know how to do a spiritual work don't mean you spiritual. Let me say that again. Just because you know how to do a spiritual work don't mean you spiritual. And what I mean is that, not to say that we all spirits, but it does not mean that you have spiritual awareness. If a person asks you about a particular spiritual faculty, and you can't even answer that question, then somebody lying. Somebody asked me about a spiritual faculty, whether it be telepathy, clairvoyance, intuition, astral projection. I can break all that shit down, explain it to you, can show you how to develop it yourself. Spiritual people do spiritual things. You see? So be careful. Be careful. Even if you like a person who don't do spiritual readings. You like the way they move. You like how they operate. You may have heard good things about their spiritual work. Still get a spiritual reading from another person before you even work with that person. Or get a spiritual reading from another person about the work that you're doing with that person. Get some insight into what's really going on. Because they don't want to give you no spiritual insight into what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give you no insight into what's going on. So, go to another reader. I have had people come to me and got readings just to check up on work that they did with another motherfucker. I've got people, I know people who I work with to this day who go get readings from another person to check up on work that they do with me. And I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it because every time they go get a reading from that person, the reading always coincides with the work that I'm doing for them on this side. So, y'all need to motherfucking stop being sensationalized and really get into the true spirit of things. The reason why people fuck with me, regardless of all the slander and lies and bullshit that people talk about online against not just me but other spiritual workers, but the reason why people still fuck with me, because $60 ain't no money. You want to see if I'm real? Book a fucking consultation. I show you I'm real. I show you that you're dealing with a real spiritualist. No chest poking out, no ego, no nothing. I'll just show you. This is how you know. Which I'm finna go into in another video. How do you know if you're dealing with a real spiritualist? Once you get that reading, that consultation, and I start revealing to you what is going on in your situation, plus I know how to do the work behind it, because the spirit gonna tell me what needs to be done. Ain't no need for you to go nowhere else. But if, for whatever reason, you do want to go somewhere else, I won't try to hold you. I won't even try to convince you. Well, I still want to go work with so-and-so. Okay, no problem. Go ahead. If you need anything, hit me up. I'm right here. On to the next one. I ain't tripping. Because I think in terms of abundance. So when I think in terms of abundance, I'm not worried about one person waddling away. I don't care about that. Shit, you can have 5, 6, 7 of my clients. I don't give a fuck. That makes you feel big. I think in terms of abundance. Where those 5 or 6 go, guess what? 50 or 60 coming. So I really don't care. So there's no need to compete. I'm just saying, like, man, if y'all really in the market for spiritual services, the first thing you do to test that spirit is to get a reading from that person. You see it everywhere. It's common fucking sense. You see it in movies. You see it in TV shows. You see it You see it everywhere. Before people get spiritual work done, what's the first thing that the spiritualists do? The spiritualists start reading their ass. You have this going on. You have that going on. Your heart is troubled. This is going on. You have a man that doesn't love you. You have this going on. You have that going on. And the person be sitting there like, oh, how did you know that? You're some type of witch, or you're this, you're that. Then, now that you've acknowledged that that person is something different, now you want to know if that person got a solution. So what's the solution? And since you can see it, well, what do I need to do? You need this, or you need that, or you need this. Not, yeah, my man cheating on me. All right, well, it's going to be $2,000. Send me his name, his picture, whatever. It's going to be, man, that's it. No looking into the situation, no nothing. No trying to see, no nothing. And see, I'm going to have to give YouTube another lesson on karma. Because these priests and priestesses out here have a twisted perception of karma because they ain't been taught the universal laws. They have no clue. They think that one thing has nothing to do with the other, and it has everything to do with the other. Universal laws. The universal laws are 7. And those universal laws are the building blocks for every spiritual philosophy in the world. They are the foundation of our very reality, of our very existence. So when you go out there and you do work like that, eventually the chickens come home to roost. Eventually they do. So I hope that kind of helped y'all out. You know what I'm saying? I hope that really kind of put a bug in your ear about choosing a spiritual worker who's truly fucking spiritual. Not somebody that's just trying to sell you some shit because they got the hookup or they got the plug. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to a nigga that's standing in front of the grocery store every day claiming to sell weed or claiming to sell whatever drug. Right? We just thinking of some street shit, some hood shit. Claiming to sell weed. Nigga standing in there in front of the grocery store. Like, I go to this gas station and there's always dudes in front of the gas station trying to sell me weed. But them niggas got the weed on. You know what I'm saying? They're like, here, I got it right here, man. I'll give it to you. They got it right there. But that's like going to the grocery store. That's like going to the gas station. Niggas standing in front of the gas station talking about some, yeah, I got that gas, bro. I got that gas. I got that, got that shit. Alright. Where's that? Oh, let me go around the corner. My boy in the back, he's sitting in the car. He the one that really got it. The fuck? That's the kind of spiritual workers y'all dealing with on the internet right now. instead of dealing with the people who not only got knowledge of the game, but who also got that work. Got that work right here. I ain't got to go to no other country. I ain't got to go to no other house. I ain't got to go to no other person. I ain't got to do none of that shit. What you see is what you get. And most of your paleros, your santeros, your babalaos, and most of your voodoo priests and priestesses operate in that manner. They got that work right there where they at. And they gonna divine and tell you exactly what's going on in your situation before they even start doing work for you. If you come to us and we see the problem, we see, you may say, well, yeah, my boyfriend's cheating on me. I think my boyfriend's cheating on me. And we start describing shit that you ain't even told us yet. Like, yeah, does he work in a place where it's a lot of women around? Is it a place where, yeah, well, women dress kind of, they dress kind of business casual. Yeah, I'm looking at women that's pretty curvy. I'm looking at flirtation going on. I'm looking at a lot of this going on in the work environment. I'm looking at the person that he's fucking with actually being somebody that he works with. And yeah, it's funny you say that because he always comes home late from work. Or he says he has to work late. Boom! That's it. Okay, this nigga's the real deal. How the fuck did he know that? That's it. That's your confirmation right there. This happens to me every day, all day. Then at that point, the person is like, okay, well, you see what the fuck the problem is. How the fuck do we clean that up? Boom. Simple. All we do is go to this, this, and this. We give them that, and that. Boom, bam. We do that for about 7 days in a row. Boom. It's done. Sit back, relax. Don't argue with the person. Don't beef with the person. Act like you don't even know that the person cheating on them. Don't even mention the word cheating. Don't even watch the show Cheaters. Don't do shit that got to do with cheating or bring up nothing that can bring in no negative energy. Let the spirit do the work. Sit back and chill. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm going to go ahead and end that video on that note. But y'all know what to do. Definitely like and subscribe. Click the links in the description of the videos. And I will see y'all on the next video. Peace. Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam.